Hi, I'm Mr. Evans. This is going to be a back-to-school video for pre-calculus. I want to make this in case any parents could not make back-to-school night, or you like to review some of the main things, main highlights of a course. Here's my email, best way to get in touch with me. A little bit about myself. I've been a Prince William County school teacher for 20 years. This is my 4th year at Patriot. I grew up in the area. I grew up in Centerville, Virginia. I went to Paul VI High School in Fairfax at the time. I went on to get my degree in secondary math education at Catholic University. I played football there, and then I became a Prince William County employee, and that's what I've been doing ever since. My thing with mathematics and my why of teaching mathematics is I want kids to have confidence with math. I believe math is something, I know people do have sometimes more innate abilities at math, but I think a large product of being successful in math is confidence. And that's sort of my goal and how I set up my classroom to have kids be confident in math. Pre-calculus, the goal of pre-calculus is get students ready to take calculus next year, whether that's in college or AP calculus or DE calculus, whichever is sort of their track. So a lot of those things. I would say the course itself, it's probably about 70% no calculator, 30% calculator, and we'll get into the calculator bit in a little bit. I want to hit on some of the main things. First is grades. Summatives are 90%, formatives are 10%. The formatives basically are given out at the beginning of the unit. It's like, you can think of it as a review packet, you can think of it as a homework packet. Students treat it differently. Some students like to take the lesson, go home, do what's in the packet, in the formative as they go. Some students like to wait till the end to do it. So either way is fine. The formative is due on the day of the summative, and it is for completion. I answer questions the day before on the formative, and for students that have questions on things. Retakes. I know retakes is a big thing. There is unlimited retakes at pre-calculus. You just have to do a couple things. Number one, you have to make sure the formative was completed. So for whatever unit you're doing, the formative is completed. The corrections on the summative, they need to be on paper and handed to me. And once that happens, a student can take a retake. They happen during flex or after school. Typical class, we are coming in, we're doing some notes. The students do practice, then do some notes, practice. I like to walk around and check students' answers to make sure they're correct and answer any questions if they're having trouble. But that's typically how a class will go. On a review day, we may answer some questions off of formative, and then obviously there's typical days we'll have summatives. But most times students are coming in, doing a little bit of math, doing some practice. Okay, and we repeat that process throughout. Okay, calculator. All right, what I would like students to get is a Casio. All right, there's different kinds of models. 9750 G2. Like I said, we predominantly will do stuff with no calculator, but when there is a calculator, I will instruct with a Casio. If you go into the pre-calculus modules, I do have an online version of the Casio calculator if you would like it. Okay. All right. Other course materials. One of the things that came out of COVID was, as far as being a teacher, was we put a lot of our course materials online. We're not that much different. Okay. For instance, students might have a lesson on even, odd, neither. Okay, I have a video available of me teaching this online. Okay, that you can watch, and if you need to. Okay, so you don't have to watch it. This isn't a flipped classroom by any stretch. We do typical instruction in class, but the videos are there in case you're absent or you need extra help. Also, there are going with the videos is also some notes. So if you click there, if you want to get a copy of the notes are available online. Okay. So there might be some times where students may need to do a little bit of extra practice if they need to get better at certain skills, like factoring, things of that nature. But students should practice as they see fit. They should use their notes to practice. I mean, they've got those questions already done. They can cover up the answers, re-practice, the formative. There's all kinds of stuff. Even in the modules, there is some extra review materials that students can access. I found that my students have been successful when they show up to class and they participate and they do the work, they do the problems in class, and of course doing the formative, all right, is a big component of them being prepared to take those summatives, because those summatives are no calculator. A lot of them, there will be some calculator ones, but that's basically it. So if you ever have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me through email. I'm available after school for help, all those kinds of things. If you need the extra help. And then also, if you want to come see me during Flex, just set up a Flex appointment. So if you guys need anything throughout the school year, feel free to email me.